Hey y'all, well, you finally made it to the end. This would be the last video of the series, and in this one here you'll see a great piece come out of the ground. Oh, I was so excited. I really was too, because that's not something I was expecting to find, but man, it just had me all pumped up. And I'll even give you a little piece of history on that piece, because a lot of people, they don't know. They think that there is a certain history to this particular piece, when in fact it's not. So stay tuned for that. I think you'll enjoy that little piece of history. Oh no, look at there, look at there. Oh my goodness. Hello, beautiful. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Look at there.
In the heart of the American South, history grows from the roots of tobacco fields and cotton plantations. From colonial ambition to a land shaped by revolution. Southern patriots fought fiercely in the War for Independence. In 1812, Southern ports became battlegrounds as war returned to the American shores. But it was the Civil War that scorched the soul of the South. From Charleston's first cannon blast to the burning of Atlanta to the surrender at Appomattox. The South remembers not just the battles, but the legacy they left behind.
All right, another signal light here on the wagon trail. The Deus is telling me 64, 65, 66. 64, 65, 66. Could be a cuff button. I haven't found cuff buttons in that range. Well, quit dropping my glasses. So it helps if I cut that hole a little better on the target. Oh, moved it. Where is ya? Oh, is that it? No, that's not it. Oh, look at there. Huh. Popped right on out of there. That is a button. Not a cuff though. Or is it? That's not a cuff button. Patrick! The shank is intact, Patrick. That's a little tiny shank too. Oh, let's see what this is. Eagle button maybe? Yep, eagle button. There's the shield. And there's the eagle. And general service. Eagle button. Look at there. Might ring up awful low for coat button. No, I'm pretty sure that's a cuff button by the size of that shank. And like I said, being a 65, 66, because that's what I'd found at a couple cuff buttons before. Yeah, look at there. Very nice find. Like to find a few more of those if possible. Just because, but I'd like to find ones with a D in the center. That little D. That'd be the Dragoons. Anyway, I don't know if Dragoons are here. I'm just running my mouth. But it'd be nice to find. So with the campaign already underway and McClellan's army moving towards Richmond, Virginia, Confederate General Joseph Johnson launched an attack at Seven Pines, which is where he was injured when he took a bullet to his shoulder and moments later took a piece of artillery fragment to the chest as a shell had exploded near him. After word from his injury, Confederate President Jefferson Davis then appointed General Robert E. Lee to be the commander of the Army of Northern Virginia. Once Lee took control of the Confederate forces, he then launched a series of attacks known as the 7 Days Battles, ultimately forcing General McClellan's Army of the Potomac to withdraw and end the campaign. All right. Got a good loud signal right here. 84, 86, 84, oh, 87, 88. Right there. Let's see what that is. Oh, what's down in there? I don't know. Oh no, look at there, look at there. Oh my goodness. Hello, beautiful. Is that, yes it is. Yes it is. Look at there. I already see the eagle coming through. That's a breastplate. Hello, beautiful. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. I believe the hooks are gone. But there she is. Look at that. I don't want to keep rubbing on it too much. I don't want to get to take the patina off. Let's get that in the sunlight. See the wings right there and the body. Look at that. Hello, darling. I always like finding breastplate, boy. It's just one of my favorite things to find. Oh my goodness. That makes me happy. That definitely made this hunt well worth it. And if I could find that buckle then to go along with this, boy oh boy. Wow. All right. Well, let's keep looking for that buckle. There it is though. A Union breastplate. These breastplates, or also known as eagle plates, were part of the ammo box sling. Now these plates, they were not issued by the military. These plates were actually ordered, bought and paid for by the Union soldier. A lot of times when they would put them on, their fellow soldiers would actually ridicule them for being cowardly. Contrary to belief, a lot of people thought that the breastplate, when it was issued to the soldier by the military, the soldier then would take it off and throw it on the ground because it was a brass piece, and so it would be shiny. And what's the first thing that a sniper is looking for is an easy target. So they thought that, well, it's an easy target, so they would take it off and throw it on the ground. And that simply wasn't true, because that soldier actually spent his own money buying that piece for his uniform.
Both sides suffered heavy casualties. Lee's Army of Northern Virginia suffered about 20,000 casualties, 3,494 killed, 15,758 wounded, and 952 captured or missing, out of a total of over 90,000 soldiers during the 7 days. McClellan reported casualties of about 16,000, 1,734 killed, 8,062 wounded, and 6,053 captured or missing, out of a total of 105,445 soldiers. Despite their victory, many Confederates were stunned by the losses. The number of casualties in the 7 days battles surpassed the total number of casualties in the Western theater of the war until that point in the year. After the Peninsula Campaign ended, Major General George B. McClellan wrote a letter to his wife reading, "My conscience is clear, at least to this extent, that I have honestly done the best I could. I shall leave it to others to decide whether that was the best that could have been done. If they find any who can do better, I am perfectly willing to step aside and give way." General Robert E. Lee wrote, "Our success has not been as great or complete as we should have desired. Under ordinary circumstances, the Federal Army should have been destroyed."
Please remember, like, comment, share, subscribe, do all of it. That way I can get out there more people. And remember, subscribing is free. All you gotta do is push that little thumbs up button.